Hey everybody, Jason. Today I am doing a video review of the Xbox 360 4 gig Connect bundle, whatever. Yeah. So, to start, here's the Xbox. So I'll turn on its side, makes it look better. Okay. So here's the Xbox. So if you notice, the design on this one is different than the original model. This is the Xbox 360 Slim, so they call it. It's not really that slim. It's just a little bit smaller than the original. As an owner of both, I actually prefer this one over the original because of the fact that it runs a lot quieter. And now Microsoft has incorporated touch buttons, so you just barely swipe your finger across the power button or just tap it like very lightly, and it comes on. There's no physical buttons on this front, so it's touch sensitive for the power button and the eject button. So if you just barely tap it, the drive will open and stuff. Okay, so power button, eject button, slot load or tray loading drive, of course. 2 USB on the front. So that's the front. On the side, you have a vent for cooling. On the back, on the top, you have 3 USB ports. You have an Ethernet. You have the AV out for the Connect, audio, video, or whatever for your TV. You have your HDMI port, optical audio out, and then the new thinner power supply. On the top, you have another vent for cooling, and then on the bottom, it looks like there's another vent incorporated, but there's also a tray for your hard drive. So, let me put this back on real quick. Okay. So here's what the Xbox looks like. It's about an inch smaller in height-wise as compared to the original. I don't have my original anymore because I sold it, but yeah. So the key features that you're going to notice about this Xbox is that it is it's a little bit smaller. It's way quieter. There's no need for any cooling fans or anything like that to be put on it. This one doesn't red ring of death as much as the original model did. So yeah, it comes with the 4 gig hard drive, but when you actually get the Xbox, it comes with 2.7 gigs of available space, which isn't much. Most of that is taken up by the software that's already on the console. So good idea would be to go purchase an external hard drive or like a little thumb drive or whatever if you can afford an actual 250 or 320 gig hard drive for it. Yeah, just go out and buy a little USB flash drive or whatever and plug it in, and you'll have plenty of storage space. Yeah, and then here's the controller for it. Nothing has really changed about the controller. The only things that I noticed about the controller is that the dual analog sticks, they're a little bit more I don't know, they're a little bit more tough. Before they used to be they had a lot of play in them. You could move them freely. These ones are a little bit tighter and are a little bit I guess you could say like they're not as spongy as the original ones. They feel kind of rubbery and stuff. So yeah, here's the controller. You've got your 4 buttons, X, B, Y, and A. Got your home button, your back button, your start button, so everything's the exact same, besides the fact that the analog sticks are now black instead of gray. On mine, I have the Nyko rechargeable battery for it, which I actually got free at GameStop. But yeah, so like I said, nothing has changed with the controller. Controller's all the same. Besides the fact that it feels a little rubbery, like I said, when you use the analog sticks, but it's not a breaker. I mean, the controllers work exactly the same. I mean, I love the feeling of the newer Xbox controllers. as compared to the old Xbox, you know, like Xbox, because those were big and clunky, and yeah, so this one is definitely, I like the feeling of this, to be honest, better than the PS3 controller, because it doesn't feel cheap. It feels like a real controller, you know. So yeah, but I wish I knew system specs on the Xbox, but I don't. But yeah. So yeah, here's what it looks like once again. It's upside down, but whatever. The one thing that I didn't like about this one is that I thought it was a gloss black. I've seen some that were gloss black, and this one is this matte finish, just like the black 120 gig slim. So that's the only downfall that I have to say about it that I don't like, is the fact that it is the matte instead of the gloss. Like, I wanted it to be this gloss color right here, but yeah. And the thing I noticed about this one as compared to my original is the fact that this thing does attract a lot of fingerprints. Even though it's a matte finish, you, like, when you hold it here or whatever, you get a lot of fingerprints on it. I don't know why, considering that when I had my old Elite, I didn't have that problem. I didn't really collect any fingerprints on it. But yeah, so it's definitely, to be honest, like a more, in my opinion, a sexier design. I like the new overall shape of it. And I like just the overall quality of it. I love this, how quiet it is. Like, when I actually play a game, I can't even hear it, which is an improvement, because my original, my Elite model or whatever, was very loud. You could hear the disc rotating, the fans blowing, you could hear everything. So I definitely like this one over the old Elite model, and the fact that this one won't red ring of death on me. That's the reason why I went with the new one as compared to the old one. So yeah, so if you guys are looking to get this new Xbox as compared to the Elite or the Arcade, or the Pro, you have to get some kind of like storage device for this, because I know that the internal hard drives are kind of expensive. They're 100 for 250, and I think 130 for 320, which not everybody has. So if you guys can't afford the hard drive for it, then just go pick up the USB flash drives or something like that and use that as your storage. Like a 32 gigs only going to set you back like 40-50 bucks. So I mean, and you don't really need that much storage space, to be honest, if you're just going to play games and use the save data. But if you're going to download like content off the Microsoft, the Xbox Live Store and all that, you're going to need a really big hard drive, because most of the actual games on there take up a lot of space. Like, for example, I know that Halo Reach takes up 6.7 gigs of your hard drive. So if you only have, say, an 8 gig flash drive, it's gonna be pretty much useless. So if you're gonna be like downloading games, putting music on there, stuff like that, invest in the internal hard drive, because there is no physical hard drive on this Xbox. It's all internal memory, and they say there's 4 gigs, but in reality there's only 2.7 gigs of free space. And yeah, so definitely invest in that if you can. And yeah, so I mean, as you can see, here's the Xbox. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this overview of the new Xbox 360 Slim console. It's definitely a lot better and improved than the original console. It's lighter and it's a lot quieter. So I definitely recommend this one over the previous generation of Xbox. But if you guys can wait, I know that Microsoft will be unveiling their new Xbox console this year. So if you guys can wait another 5 to 6 months, I should say, you guys will be seeing the new Xbox. Actually, just wait till the next CES. I'm sure you'll see it there. But yeah, that's it for now. You guys have any questions or comments, whatever, feel free to leave them. And that's it for this time. Peace out, guys.